do you spot a British tourist abroad?
Let's start with accent. We have quite a distinctive accent, very different from the Americans. And not just accent as well, we also have some distinct phrases, such as bloody hell, and other slightly more offensive ones.
So you're saying we swear a lot?
Yes.
Clothing. British tourists may be wearing more of a classic style of clothing, smart casual maybe, or particularly when we go out in the evening to a concert or to dinner or to the theatre, then we will dress up a bit.
Oh yes, we love to dress up.
Yes, the trainers will be gone.
Yes.
There'll be no baseball cap on our heads.
Probably not.
No. Tiara and pearls, obviously.
Yeah. That was one of my biggest disappointments actually when I moved to America, was how little people dressed up for dinner and such things. I love getting dressed up.
Yeah, because if you do get dressed up and you just go out for dinner, you feel a bit overdressed out here quite
Doesn't
often.
stop us though.
No, quite.
The next one is, of course, everyone was waiting for it, tea. British tourists love tea. So if you see us travelling with a little mug of tea or searching for a cup of tea somewhere, then...
Or even some hot water for our tea bag.
Yes, it's essential. Then chances are that is a British tourist.
Queuing. Politely waiting in line, but tutting passively aggressively if somebody jumps in front.
We do know how to queue, and there is a right and a wrong way of doing it. Brits in America, don't be surprised if the Americans sometimes cut in front. They try their luck quite a lot, don't they? Actually, that happens in Europe a lot too, other places in Europe.
Other places in Europe, some other places, yes. It's very British, this queuing business.
Yeah, we've got a certain idea about fairness and what's right about it.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
The next one is, mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Even if it's not that sunny, don't be surprised if you see a pasty British man walking along the side of a highway with his shirt off.
It's really strange to Brits that, say you want to pop out to the shop, that you actually take your car, even if there's no sidewalk. We're going to go there, we're going to walk it, because there's no way we're taking our car when we could walk there.
Much better for the environment.
It is, but maybe a bit dangerous on the side of a highway. So following on from that, sunburn. So a lot of Brits are fairly fair-skinned. So, and as we said, we like, as soon as the sun is out, because it doesn't happen all the time in the UK, we want to be out there soaking up the rays. And we soak a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And you'll see we end up a little bit pink. Sort of pink lobster colour people are often Brits abroad.
The next one is sightseeing. Oh yes, Brits love sightseeing, especially here in America. Things like the Statue of Liberty, Golden Gate Bridge, for example. We're going to be there with our cameras, usually with the thing around our necks. What we're probably thinking is we're going to make a little slideshow for all our friends and family when we get home.
Yeah, exactly. Bore them silly.
Yeah.
Make them jealous.
Yeah.
And showing off our tans.
Yes.
It's very important when Brits go abroad that we come back with a tan. I mean, more so back in the day, but even now.
I think so.
And if you don't come back with a tan, you haven't had a good holiday.
No, people think it's been raining the entire time.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. But it's not just the big icons that Brits love to see. If they're looking in wonder at things that are very normal to you Americans, such as the yellow school bus.
Oh, I remember seeing my
from
first
The Simpsons.
Yeah, the Simpsons school bus. I remember when I first saw mine, yeah. The next one is manners and etiquette. As a nation, we're always very quick to apologise, even when it isn't our fault. And we don't really like confrontation as a whole, and we don't really like to complain. We find it very embarrassing.
When we moved out here, we got told all the time that we were very polite, which was nice.
Yes.
I think Americans will say thank you if someone goes above and beyond for them, of course, but you know, things that are expected, like being bought water in a restaurant, you know, I mean, we would just automatically thank you.
Yeah,
thank
and
you.
they put the cutlery down.
Oh,
the
that's
silverware.
nice.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I do notice that the Americans only say it like once, perhaps at the beginning, at the end, and the other stuff is just stuff they expect. But I feel uncomfortable by not saying thank you at every single stage.
Yeah. I sometimes annoy myself, but
Yeah.
I can't help myself.
I know, it's just so inbred in you to do that.
Yeah.
I was thinking, Lucy, for the next one, the other extreme, which a lot of us Brits hate and are so embarrassed by, are lager louts.
Oh
That
yeah.
kind of laddish and gallish, what do we call the equivalent of
Lassish.
lassish behaviour. We're released abroad, so the first thing we do is go and get really, really drunk, obviously. And party, and then walk through the streets and be in complete embarrassment.
I think we do tend to drink to excess maybe more than other cultures.
Lots of binge drinking going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, that's right. That's probably one of the more negative stereotypes of Brits abroad, but it is true, and I think we just as a nation enjoy getting really, really drunk. And I think we look after our friends better as well than Americans might. If you're out with your American friends, they might not look after you as well if you get really drunk.
Right.
Whereas the Brits are very much there for each other because we all know that we've been there and we may be there again.
This is a voice of experience, I can hear.
Yeah, well, I was quite surprised how, Americans might just leave their drunk friends, No matter what happens, we will be there for each other on a night out, even if we have to carry the other person home.
Yeah.
The next one, again, maybe not such a positive one, is ignorance about local customs. Maybe we don't tend to do our research before going abroad as well as other people might. For example, the custom of tipping out here in restaurants, tipping bar staff, that kind of thing. We may unintentionally just not know what the custom is, or just tip, like a few dollars or something, like we might back home, just tip a few pounds.
Yes, at the most, don't we?
Yeah.
A small change on the
And
table.
consider ourselves quite generous for doing so.
Yeah, you put pound coins on there. A £5 note.
Oh, wow. Yeah, if you get onto notes, feeling really generous.
Yeah.
Why not let us know how you think you can spot a Brit abroad?
I think there's going to be a lot of comments.
Yeah. If you have an opinion on this, then pop it down in the comment section below.
We really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and subscribe to us on YouTube.